It's nice to meet you, 7567.
Actually, my name is Rex.
And you need me on your Phoenix team. Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good. You know, the last couple of years have really been the one of the main themes. The last couple of years has been lifters in this game. You know, we have got Commander Ahsoka, really effective lifter for Jedi Master Kenobi, and even for like Padme or other teams. You've got like Captain Rex, who completely transformed the Phoenix team from the ashes and the dust pile of Galaxy of Heroes up to an end game team. And then you've got other lifters who choose to sit by the Polynesian spa and eat cheese. You know who you are. You ain't lifting nothing. Anyway, I thought it'd be fun to take a look at characters we think would be great lifters for the game in 2024. Let's go down to bottom left, Nooch. Make sure to do the liking and subscribing. Be in the top 50% of people that are watching and subscribed, not in the bottom 50% that are watching and refusing to hit that subscribe button. Anywho, who would be great lifters for us in 2024? I thought we'd just start with teams right from the bottom. I really think Gas, General Skywalker here has... stale isn't the right word, and bad isn't the right word, and he's still a great team. He's still got this 501st team is still great, but it's kind of, maybe stale is the word. It's kind of become a thing where it's like you either put him on your Jedi Master Kenobi team and deal with it, or you put him on defense, you just take away their CLS, and there's nothing to it. That's it. So I thought maybe you could just lift her, and I kind of pulled up maybe here Clone Commander Apo. I don't know if that's a great idea. Apo maybe, with the way he functions in the Clone Wars, you know, he obeys orders no matter what. He ends up being a big part of Lord Vader's, assault the Jedi Temple team or whatever. So I don't know if Apo is the perfect fit here, but just give me another clone. Give me, we got the ARC Troopers pretty generic in there. Give me some other clone to put in here, and maybe he obviously replace somebody, and then maybe that somebody goes to another team, maybe Rex with Captain Rex, or I don't know. But it seems like this team needs a little bit of juice, a little bit of something, a little bit of maybe something to make it immune to Commander Luke Skywalker, and that would, get it back into primary status in the game. It's still, again, as far as non-galactic legends, Gas is still a top 5 team. It's just been the same team for a long time now, so I'd like to see something different there. Moving on next, we got the Geos here. Oh, sorry, little lag there, that computer. Anyway, we got the Geos. The Geos again have been the same team for a long time. They got an Omicron for TW. What about Grand Arena and the other game modes? How about the Geonos and Queen? A lot of people have mentioned this in a lot of my streams and videos. The Geonosian Queen is out there, I think, both in Clone Wars and the comics. It's a character that's out there, can really be a big lifter. We know that the Geos were really kind of just a nothing team until Geo Brood Alpha came out, but that's been, I don't know, 6 years now since we got that. So this team's been sitting there the same. And yeah, they got an Omicron, but maybe we bring out a Geonosian Queen as a support, or maybe it's the new leader for the team. Maybe it does some of the things that Geo Brood Alpha does, and then some more things. Maybe the Queen pairs with Geo Brood Alpha as maybe they're kind of I mean, that makes more sense, actually. The Queen and Brood Alpha working together to elevate and escalate the team. Maybe it replaces Soldier in there. Soldier, he's nice. He's nice to have, but he kind of just along for the ride in a lot of cases. So I think Geo Queen would be a great lifter to add to this game in 2024. How about your Grievous team? Grievous is really, he's got that TW Omicron right now on Droideka, but again, Grand Arena, I realize he has a lot of uses. His use on defense is almost gone for almost every level of, even in the mid game. I don't think once people get Wampa, Grievous is a non-factor on defense. So you don't really set him on defense anymore, unless you're gonna put like a bunch of Wampa teams out there. You put Grievous and you put Iden, maybe that's something, but even then, there's so many teams that counter Grievous at this point. A lifter would be great, and maybe I kind of had in mind, we got the red Geonosis battle droids from Attack of the Clones, and the only place we've seen them is in the HAAT raid, but that's becoming kind of a novelty now. If you're in a guild that's doing the HAAT raid, you might do it for a few months, and you're moving on to the Heroic Sith, and for a few months, then you're doing the new raids for, it's pretty quickly moves on out of our memory that we even had these in the game. And maybe not even just the red battle droids. Maybe you get the battle droid commander with the little gold, shoulder pad. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know what it is. Maybe you get that guy. Another thing I thought was that I couldn't remember what it's called. Somebody tell me in chat, or in chat. I always say chat. Somebody tell me in comments what it's called. The battle droid we get for like some of these territory battle or territory. It's the extra one. It's like a droidica, but it's a modified battle. It's a modified destroyer droid. I couldn't remember what it's called, and I was like, I didn't want to. I was put this together while working yesterday, so I didn't want to go down the rabbit hole. So let me know what that's called. I would love to see that in game where, you know, it gets 5 stacks and immediate defeat. I think that'd be a great ad for Grievous. So yeah, give me some battle droids. Give me something to lift Grievous a little bit. Hey, this is a fun one. This is actually focused more around the character I want to see added rather than the team. But these Galactic Republic Jedi have been sitting here useless for a long time. And I know we got Keller and Beck here recently. He's going to lift some of them. But you can see here, we got 2 full teams basically. I put Count Dooku in charge because, well, that's a little hint for all you boys and girls. Because obviously Count Dooku doesn't lead a team of Galactic Republic Jedi. And, you know, Yoda is best used as other places. We got these 8, at least 8. I mean, I think there maybe even more we could throw in there that are just kind of floaters out there. Maybe it's 7 that are doing nothing, not really fitting in. No reason to ever upgrade them, which is why I have not done it. Plo Koon's level 85 because of the ship. Same with Jedi Counselor. Everybody else is level 1. I don't touch them. Well, how about, and I did this because my main thought of Dooku here was, how about Jedi Knight Dooku from Tales of the Jedi? I loved that mini-series. It was great. I'd also love to see a Padawan Qui-Gon out there, maybe a young Ahsoka. I don't know. I would love to see the characters from this show in the game, and you can see a Dooku leading. Dooku could be like, you have Jedi Dooku, maybe he goes along with Count Dooku where he can be Galactic Republic Jedi, but he could also be a separatist, maybe not a leader separatist, but you know, I don't know how to mix him in there, but I think Jedi Knight Dooku from Tales of Jedi would be a great fit for these Galactic Republic Jedi, maybe also some separatists along the way, you know, I don't know, but, and then also, how about Yaddle? I'm a big proponent of putting Yaddle in the game. She makes a brief appearance in Phantom Menace. I don't think she shows up on that, correct me if I'm wrong, but then she's in Clone Wars. I believe she shows up in Clone Wars, but then again, Tales of the Jedi, her and Count Dooku have that epic confrontation, epic battle at the end where they duke it out and Dooku finishes her off. But she would be a great character, a lot of fun to have in game. You put her with some Galactic Republic Jedi and boom, some things start to happen. So yeah, give us Jedi Dooku, give us Yaddle. I think that'd be a great fit for the game, and some really good lifters from some teams that are sitting there unused for years and years and years and quite years maybe. So how about your Kylo, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren? Really kind of sitting there again as the exact same team ever since Kylo came out. Can we get Snoke? Can we just get Snoke? I mean, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of what Snoke turned out to be in the sequels. I'm not a huge fan of the sequels. Unfortunately, they kind of just did us dirty, but Snoke in the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team makes all the sense in the world. You replace First Order Stormtrooper with Snoke. Or maybe replace Sith Trooper. I don't know. Somebody replace a character with Snoke, and Snoke really lifts that Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team. Now, I'm not saying that Kylo necessarily is in bad need of a lifter. Like, he still does great things. Like, he can, if there's no Omicrons involved, he can kill Jabba. He can kill Lord Vader. He's a really great character. But, you know, it's just been the same stale team for a long time. And yeah, he has a lot of, when Datacrons come into effect, he has a lot of limitations. Most of Datacrons really don't do a lot for Kylo. Okay, somebody yell at me in comments, that's fine. I really like Kylo. I'm a huge fan of Kylo. I'd love to see Snoke as their lifter unit for your boy, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And then there's the other First Order, Phasma. Phasma's been sitting there, and I know that we got both Omicrons. We got the First Order TIE Pilot Omicron for Grand Arena. We got the Captain Phasma Omicron for Territory Wars. Those are great, and they do a lot of good stuff in early game. By the time you get to mid or late game, you can forget about it. I can throw 1,000 teams out there. Maybe the Territory Wars is more effective. The Grand Arena one and First Order TIE Pilot, it just isn't it's just not great. It just doesn't do a lot. How about a lifter for this team? How about the Snow Trooper, the First Order Snow Trooper? Let's put that in there. Let's find some new mechanic or something. Let's set Kylo Ren free to do his solos. I don't know. Let's find something that the First Order Snow Trooper can do for this team to lift it and really make this a much more effective team or a different team, something that breaks out of where it is and does something special. I'd love to see a lifter for the Phasma team. Again, I know the Territory War Omicron is all right. The Grand Arena Omicron, in the right situation, if you catch somebody off guard, it can do something. It's just so rare and few and far in between. So yeah, how about that? How about the Jawas? I know the Jawas here we're not using as much anymore. We were using them in the Crate Dragon Raid. Now they're kind of sitting out there. They kind of have some fun actually, they don't kind of have some fun mechanics. I think the Jawa team maybe has the most fun mechanics in the game if you can find a spot to use them. They were in there with Ray for a long time. How about Suka? You know, we're naming a lot of these Jawas. I think, well, I don't know if they're named after sounds, but we should have an Utini. We could have an Utini Jawa. We could have a Suka Jawa. That's Suka's what the egg. That's the word for egg in Jawa. Suka. So maybe we get a Jawa on the team that's got the egg. Maybe we get kind of those different looking Mandalorian Jawas. Maybe get a whole team of different looking Mandalorian Jawas. I don't know. But the Jawas could use a lifter, something different, something to elevate them a little bit, give them a little bit more survivability. Maybe that's kind of the big issue with them. If you get to them early, or if you knock off Jawa Scavenger, it's all over and you've done yourself a great service. But hey, let's bring out Suka, or maybe have an Utini Jawa, something like that in the game. I'd love to see it. These Solo characters, the characters from Solo, sitting here, not unused. I mean, L3 has a lot of homes. People put her on the Ray team. She just serves as a general global tank. She's a plug-and-play tank. Vandor Chewie has a home on the Dash Rendar team. But are these really homes, or are these just temporary residing places? You know, young Han Solo's out there. Young Lando. Kira, we don't really use her anymore. You kind of throw her in for a couple teams. People used to use her with Enfys Nest. That's kind of turned into Farm Boy Luke now for the tenacity. Young Lando, young Han, just kind of fall apart. If your name isn't Glurmit, you're not using young Han anywhere. How about something to bring this team together and make it work, like Tobias Beckett? And it really does seem like initially there's a lot of rumors, and it makes a lot of sense, that your boy Dash Rendar was supposed to be Tobias Beckett, but the movie kind of flopped, and the studio or CG or EA or whatever decided to go with, let's put in Dash Rendar instead of Tobias Beckett. Let's bring Tobias back. I think there's a lot. I think Solo is kind of having a little bit of a resurgence, and it's not like, you know, everybody's just rushing out for Solo, but I think I talked to a lot of people on this channel about their favorite movies, and a lot of people really do enjoy Solo, and they like that movie, and I'd pick it over a lot of, it's somewhere in the middle range of Star Wars movies for me. I would watch it again. I love watching that movie. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a lot of pandering and a lot of, you know, it's kind of got that, hey, we explained everything about Han Solo in one movie, but it's better than explaining everything about Indiana Jones in 10 minutes. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on, it's a whole movie to do this. So I'd love to see Tobias Beckett in there to give us that Solo team. Let's see that team come together. That'd be a great lifter for this team. And I think it's well past due time to do that. It would be tremendous for the game. And then finally, our last one up today. I thought I'd leave this for last. I know how much you guys all love Mon Mothma. She's sitting there at Relic on my roster because my son did it. It's not my choice. Let's see if we can make that happen. Let's pull up the old meme right now. Whoa, the computer lag. Look at that. I'm frozen. I promise you guys, I have a new computer being unveiled here very soon. But let's pull out the you know what? This is a dead part of the video. My son, of course, Relic Mon Mothma, when all I asked him to do was sit there and watch the computer and maybe chat with you guys on a stream, and instead he took Mon Mothma to Relic levels, to Gear 13. And that was unfortunate, but hey, you know, we all now Mon Mothma is a thing on the channel, and here we go. Yeah, way to go, Nooch Jr. He's now the GOAT in many of your minds for what he did there with Mon Mothma. Anywho, so the Mon Mothma team is definitely stale. You know, I know they come out with pieces for this. So Mon Mothma came out and was used with some characters, and it was like Biggs and Wedge and Lando. Nobody really knew what to do with it. Then they released Cara Dune and Pal Zeta and Kyle Katarn and Hot. So now the team is really set. But the team doesn't really get used at the higher levels of Grand Arena. It's really kind of a stale team. Again, it's a Wampa counter, so you put out their Wampa counters. Maybe you put on your front line all your different Wampa teams, Mon Mothma and Iden and Grievous. You know, they got to pick one for Wampa to counter. That seems like it'd be a mid-game strategy. Once you get to the late game, it's not really very good. These teams are countered. How about a lifter for Mon Mothma? And how about we're going with Luthen here? I just bring out Luthen, make him as a lifter for Mon Mothma. Let's bring that team up out of the end game ashes. It's not a team anybody's using at the end game or even late game is pretty rare too at this point. So I'd love to see that Luthen come in from Andor and lift that team. I'd love to see some more characters from Andor. How about Andy Serkis in there? I don't know. I don't remember what his character is called, but who cares? I just love Andy Serkis, and I want to see him in this game. I mean, raise your hand if you want to see Andy Serkis in the game. And if you want to see Andy Serkis in the game, drop me an Andy Serkis in comments, because you made it to this point of the video and you've hung on there and been there with me the whole time. Everybody, hey, this is my lifters for 2024 I want to see in the game. Let me know if you got some other folks that you want to see in there that I'm missing out on. I thought of some ship lifters, like for sure the Raddus could use a lifter. I mean, they put out the stupid Star Fortress tank that is just a body. It's just a body to die. It's just like the movie. It's just useless. Doesn't serve any purpose. It would be blown out of the sky if it was anyway. So the Raddus could really use a lifter. Other than that, it's tough to see lifter. You can use a lifter for the Malevolence. I could see that really coming. You know, we just had the Marauder come out, but the lifter from the Malevolence could really be seen in the new year. But I didn't do the ships. I just did the characters. So let me know what you think. Let me tell me about your lifters. I will talk to you soon. Everybody have a great day. And of course, always remember, Nooch too good.